Dear students, welcome back. Now we are going to see the next transverse thoracic muscle, that is subcostal muscle. Here you can see in this pic, this is the anterior aspect of the posterior side of the rib cage. So that is the inner surface. We can call it as the inner surface of the posterior part of the thoracic cage. So here the anterior part of the ribs are cut here to expose the posterior surface of the rib cage here. So here the subcostalis muscles are attached. So the muscle lies, so here you can see this small muscle, this muscle lies in the same plane of internal intercostalis intimus. So it intervenes between the intercostal nerve and vessels and the pleura. So it is present in between intercostal nerves and vessels, which are coming on the posterior aspect, and the pleura, which is present on the innermost. Here you will have the pleura, isn't it? So which is very much nearer to the subcostalis muscle on the posterior aspect. And after that pleura, here you'll have the pleura, and then this subcostalis muscle, and this side it is having intercostal nerve and vessels, intercostal nerve and vessels. So the subcostalis muscle is present in between this nerves and vessels and the pleura. Okay, so now we will see the attachments. It stretches, the subcostalis muscle stretches from the inner surface of one rib near the angle to the inner surface of the second, or the third rib below, so that means alternate. So it may attach to the same rib, adjacent rib, or it may cross one rib to the other rib. So that is the attachment of this subcostalis muscle. It stretches from the inner surface of one rib near the angle to the inner surface of the second rib, or the third rib below, So it may attach to the inner surface of the adjacent rib, or it may attach to the not adjacent to next rib it is going to attach. So that means two types of attachments we can see. So one is the inner surface of the one rib near the angle to the surface of the second rib, or to the inner surface of the next rib. So here in this muscle you can see the adjacent attachment, but in this muscle you can see here, and it is sparing the middle rib, and it is going to attach another rib, attached on the another rib. Such kind of arrangements are seen in the subcostalis muscle. So the direction of fibers is same as the internal intercostal muscles only. So the direction of the internal intercostal muscles are, it is directed upwards, forward and medially. Okay. And action. What is the action of this subcostalis muscle? It acts as a depressor of ribs, whereas the intercostalis intimus helps in the elevation of the ribs, whereas this one acts as a depressor of the ribs, subcostalis muscle. Now coming to the sternocostalis, here you can see the sternocostalis muscle. They are situated on the inner surface of the front of the wall of the chest. So this is the inner surface of the front of the wall of the chest. They intervene between the anterior end of the intercostal nerves and the pleura. So here also this is the inner surface. So here also the lungs are present. So here pleura and the anterior ends of the intercostal nerves. So it is present in between anterior end of the intercostal nerves and the pleura. So now we will see the attachments. It is originating from the lower 1/3 of the posterior surface of the xiphoid process of the sternum. Lower 1/3 of the posterior surface of the body, lower 1/3 of the surface of the body, and xiphoid process of the sternum. So lower 1/3 of the body as well as the xiphoid process gives origin to the sternocostalis muscle. It is attached sternum as well as the rib, so it is called as sternocostalis. Here the insertion, these fibers diverge as slips. These fibers diverge as slips to be inserted in the lower border and inner surfaces of the costal cartilages of second to sixth ribs. So these muscles, or the muscles of these fibers, diverge as slips to be inserted into the lower border and the inner surfaces of the costal cartilages of second to sixth ribs. So actually here you can see from third, fourth, fifth and sixth, and also second also you'll have inner surface of the second rib. From second to sixth ribs, these slips are attached. They are originating from the lower 1/3 of the body of the sternum and the xiphoid process, and these muscle fibers diverge as slips and to be inserted in the lower border and the inner surfaces of the costal cartilages. See, all these muscles are attached on the costal cartilages only of the second, third, fourth and fifth, sixth rib. So the action of this sternocostalis muscle is they draw down the cartilages which they are attached. So they used to draw the cartilages to down. So it is going to, so if the cartilage is this, so it is, the muscle fiber is attached, so it is dragging downwards. That means this cartilage becomes like this by the action of this sternocostalis muscle. So these are the transverse thoracic muscles. The transverse thoracic muscles includes intercostalis intimae, subcostalis and sternocostalis. This is subcostalis and this is sternocostalis muscles. So if you can see this muscles, these are the small muscles which are present anterior side and the posterior side, and on the lateral aspects internal and external intercostal muscles are present. More anteriorly we can see internal, by the side of the sternum we can see the internal intercostal muscle and external intercostal membrane, whereas on the posterior aspect you can see posterior intercostal membrane and this external intercostal muscle somewhat on the posterior aspect. Okay, so this is about intercostalis. muscles, intercostal muscles. And another set of muscle is also present on the posterior aspect. That muscle is called as levatorus costorum. That levatorus costorum we will see in the next video. All these muscles mainly helps in ventilation or respiration. So this levatorus costorum, though it is an paravertebral muscle, but it has some importance in the process of respiration. So they included this levatorus costorum, and this muscle is also attached to the ribs. So they have considered this muscle in this chapter. Okay, so we will see that levatorus costorum in the next video. Thank you.